Peter Sagan is already famous for how well he rides his bike and how often he wins. The sprinter's footage on YouTube of him performing a no-handed wheelie downhill or wrestling his bike up to the roof of a team car has gone viral. But have you seen the best moments of Peter Sagan, which are really incredible? If not, then don't worry, Cycling Right Now has got your back. And let's find out more about Peter. So let's begin. However, the abilities of the Slovakian national champion possesses are more than simply for show. He won the green jersey 7 times in the Tour de France. World Tour teams have laid back training camps in December. Riders spend long hours with photographers and get their gear, and team building is a top priority. Playful videos like snowball fights, clumsy attempts at foreign sports, and hotel hijinks come out all the time. Sure, it's fun to see how pro bike racers are as people, but it's not often that we really love a video so much so we want to watch it over and over again. Still, not many riders are like Peter Sagan. The 32-year-old Slovak is known for his out-of-the-world skills on a bike, which he loves showing off for the camera. He amazes us so often with his moves, which are usually only done by trial riders, that we've become a little less surprised by them. Remember when we thought his wheelies were cool? And in addition to these, he has his top 10 moments in cycling, so let's take a look at them. Number 1 is easy bike packing. As you can see in the video clip, how Peter Sagan excels in all skills including the easy bike packing, which is best described as his moment. Number 2 is going up the stairs. Still, he can take our breath away. Sagan posted this video. It shows how he took an unusual route up a flight of stairs during a training ride in Mallorca, Spain. When I figured out how to ride my 150mm full suspension e-mountain bike upstairs, I was pretty proud of myself. So you can imagine how I felt when I saw Sagan do the same thing on his new Peter Sagan Edition S-Works tarmac. Number 3 is 1500 watts. Peter Sagan feels like he's back to his old self in Tour de Suisse. Even though it wasn't Sagan's first win of the year, he hasn't looked his best since the beginning of the year. But the way he raced today to win in Merton after 162.3 kilometers made it look like he was back in business. He pushed his Trek Segafredo teammate John Degenkolb off the wheel before sprinting hard for the finish line on the uphill cobbled, finishing straight for a very clear win. In the uphill sprint, Sagan put out an average of 1230 watts for 13 seconds, reaching a peak of 1500 watts at a speed of 44.5 kilometers per hour. Elia Viviani of Desionink Quickstep came in second and Degenkolb came third. This was enough for Sagan to take the yellow jersey from Casper Asgreen, who was on Viviani's team. Nicolas Roche is the only Irish rider in the race, and he seems to be in good shape. When 116 riders finished at the same time as the stage winner, he came in 34th. Roche was in the group of 60 riders yesterday and was 34th in the first TT on Saturday. He is now in 19th place overall, 34 seconds behind the winner. There are still 6 stages to go, with Thursday's stage 6 being the first big climb. Number 4 is why not solve the problem yourself at 40 km per hour? Peter Sagan won stage 3 in Malaga and Chris Froome stayed in 8th place overall in the Vuelta a España. Sagan won the first Grand Tour since 2013's Tour de France by beating Nasser Bouhanni and John Degenkolb into 2nd and 3rd place respectively. Johan Esteban Chavez finished in the peloton to keep the overall lead in the race. He is now 5 seconds ahead of Tom Dumoulin in 2nd place and 15 seconds ahead of Nicolas Roche in 3rd place. The Vuelta a España is still being led by Johan Esteban Chavez. Froome also crossed the finish line with the main group. He is still 40 seconds behind the leader, while his rival, Nairo Quintana, is 36 seconds behind in 6th place. Number 5 is no-handed wheelie Alpe d'Huez. Peter Sagan is known for doing crazy things on his racing bike. Look how fast he crosses the finish line here. But he is a fun cyclist because he does more than just sprint. On stage 13 of 2019's Tour de France, he did a one-handed wheelie on a 17% grade hill while riding a time trial bike. During the 2013 Tour, on the Alpe d'Huez of all places, he did a wheelie without using his hands. Number 6 is the amazing descent Tour de France. The Tour de France is one of the biggest cycling events of the year, and one of the main stars, Peter Sagan, has once again shown off his technical skills by doing a wheelie up Planche des Belles Fields right before crossing the finish line. The Total Energies rider is currently racing better than he did in the first half of the season. He has competed in all 3 sprints and is currently 7th in the points classification. With the Alps coming up, he won't have a chance to fight for a stage win until stage 13. However, some of the fast men are likely to have a hard time in the coming days. Number 7 is incredible bike handling whilst sprinting. The video clip was shot from the bike of Graeme Brown of Drapac Pro Cycling, who led the Tour of California Stage 4 finishing sprint at the moment. The run into Avila Beach was fast, with a few turns before the finish line, which was at the top of a hill. And the last kilometer, everyone who wanted to win had to be on their toes. Peter Sagan, please come forward. Since the start of the season, the pro cycling world has been watching the Slovak star to see if he can handle the pressure of the multi-million euro deal that brought him to Tinkoff Saxo. He had only won one race, a stage of the Tirreno Adriatico. Team owner Oleg Tinkoff was putting a lot of pressure on him because of this. He came in second on the first 3 stages of the US and was in second place overall going into this stage. This just added to the fact that he had gone from winner to almost man in recent months. But in the end, he won because he was so good at riding his bike. He kept up with the others and passed them on the last turns, then powered up the finishing straight to win. His bike is a joy to watch when he's going fast and under a lot of pressure. Number 8 is jump over Cancellara. Peter Sagan kept his chances of winning Paris-Roubaix alive when he bunny hopped over Fabian Cancellara after he fell on the cobbled Mont-en-Pével sector. Already 40 seconds behind the group in front, Cancellara and Sagan were working hard to catch up with the group up the road, which had formerly nearly 100 kilometers earlier. Cancellara, who was third in his group, slipped on a muddy part of the sector and fell hard. Sagan, who was on Cancellara's wheel, didn't fall though and kept going after him. But with 40 kilometers to go, his small group was 10 minutes behind the front group, which included Tom Boonen, Ian Stannard, Sepp van Mark and Edvald Boasson Hagen. Cancellara was able to get back on his bike, but by the time he did, he was almost 3 minutes behind the group in front of him, so his race was over. After a crash on one of the cobbled sections earlier in the race, which split the peloton, Sagan and Cancellara were struck behind the Boonen group. Number 9 is no-handed wheelie. The Tour de France is one of the hardest things for an athlete to do physically. Each stage is between 137.5 and 234 kilometers long, and many of them have scary climbs. It takes a lot of endurance to finish even a single leg of the race. On Monday, as the 161.5 kilometers 10th stage was coming to an end, 22-year-old Peter Sagan laughed off the idea that he was tired and finished the race in style. Even though Sagan's smooth, no-handed wheelies are impressive, it would have been embarrassing for him to fall at the end when it was clear that he was losing his balance. Number 10 is a smooth high curb. On stage 12 of this year's tour, we're not sure what he was doing. He could have been showing off, or he could have been flicking his back wheel out to tell a fan to move. He does do this stuff though. And what about this fast bunny hop over a central reservation to get ahead of the Tour of Oman? And who else would sign an autograph for a fan while climbing the Tourmalet? So these were the top 10 moments of Peter Sagan. That's all for this video. We sincerely hope that you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel to see more of our incredible videos. You can also watch our other videos that have been specially selected for you. Looking forward to seeing you in the next one.